everyone. So today I want to bring you my layout share for the Stash Kit Mashup Series, Part 2. So there's a few things that I want to go over. First, I want to thank everybody who have subscribed to my station or left comments or has watched my videos. I'm greatly appreciated. I think I'm over 300 subscribers, which makes me happy. I know some people have thousands, but I'm just happy that people are subscribing, watching my videos, and I'm just very grateful. So I wanted to say thank you. And this video, I'm going to have a few things. I'm going to have the layout video. I'm going to have what I'm going to do next month, December, and also at the end there's going to be some the scraps that I had left over. So I didn't have much left over from this kit, which is awesome, because that's the whole goal of mine, is to use these up and not have to keep seeing the same papers over and over in my scrapbooking room. So there's 3 layouts that I had left over from the page maps, which I'm going to move on to kit number 3. Every kit I'm going to do a recipe page. So I have an 8x8 Creative Memories recipe cookbook that I'm going to be filling these up with. So this one was fluff. It's like an ambrosia salad, and I'm going to do a picture of us in the summertime, because that's normally when we eat it at a picnic. So that will go in my recipe. I'll probably do a flip through once I have that all finished. Then this one is page maps. So here is my sketch. And like I said, I put all my information down here that I wanted to do when I picked my paper. So this prompt is tags. And I did this for Sharon, PA. Me and my daughter went on a shopping trip, a girls' shopping trip. And for the weekend, we went to Winter. And what happened is we seen this alley with all these portraits. And after I did the layout, I went online to find out why they were done. And they commissioned these for the alleyway through some artists. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to journal about that. I don't remember the whole story off the top of my head right now, but that's what's going to go there, and I'm probably going to do it down the side. And I put where we were, some more portraits, and this was like a metal sculpture that was in the on the corner. So I got that. This one there's a process video from. This is 2010. My prompt was go to design a block, and I used this as my sketch. So just to go over it real quick, I'll leave the link down below, but you know, I have the crazy title. The pictures weren't that great. There were people in the background, so I put these big glasses here with some vellum behind it so you couldn't see it. I used up some of these little Chamel hearts, but yeah, I'll link the video below. If I had to pick my least favorite out of the stack now, don't get me wrong, I love all my layouts. Most of them, all of them, I love, like all of them. But this one, because it has this blue, boring background, it is not my favorite. Will I scrap it over again? No. You know, I like the whimsical about the little sequence that I used and the little heart that's kind of graphic. But if I had to pick my least favorite, it would be this one. So, but I decided to add a pocket page. There's my daughter. So this is probably about 2005, her cousin. And then you flip it over, and then you have the animals. But I used that as my sketch. Let's see, twine, button, ribbon, sewing. So basically I used ribbon on it, and I used the sequence. I did not sew anything on it because there's one that came up during the month that I did sew on. So this is 2-page layout, and my prompt was to stamp. So this is my daughter's last cross-country race, and I decided to put a pocket page in between here as well. So I have this tissue paper here because I don't want to show the pictures. It's her team, and it's a pretty recent photo. So I do like that I use these large letters because the ephemera, like I said, it's so big that it will overtake the composition. So with the large letters, it made it look like it belonged. That's anyways how I felt. I'll put the date here, and you know, it was happy day, last race, she PR'd once again. So, and then I would flip this over, but once again, her team pictures are on there, so I don't want to share that on YouTube because I don't have permission. So I will slide there. Now the stamping portion comes in here. So I had, if you remember in my kit, Studio Calico sends those little tiny stamps. So I took them and I stamped a white piece of paper, and then I took my distressed ink and I kind of roughed it up a little. And this is, so the same weekend, it's my birthday month, because I was kidding my husband about that. And I used leftover tags. I used those rubber pieces, and I glued the twine down so it looks kind of whimsical. And this paper was pretty loud. So I didn't have many pictures of the birthday, but we did go to breakfast. You know, he took a nap when we got home. We went to dinner, and then we went out afterwards. So this is going to be more about the story. So that's why I made these black and white. This car is like bright green and has a bright blue shirt on. It would have overtaken the page. So like I said, I want more about the story than about the pictures. So that one. This one is pretty simple. It came together pretty good. So here's the page maps, and this one was going to be patterned paper. So it's a 2-page as well. So as you can see, I have plenty of pattern paper on here. But this is downtown. We, my company and myself, we had 3 of us had to put a meeting together for about 100 people in our area, which we did, and then we stayed downtown and we had fun and enjoyed the sights of downtown after our meetings. So I think we were there for 3 days. But I'm going to talk about all of that right here. I'm going to put some lines in journal. I grabbed this white piece of paper that was not 12 by 12, so I had to add some black to it, which I like that pop of color, because before that it was kind of washed out. And these are some of my favorite moments that I had breakfast by myself when I got there early, and then we went out and had drinks, and then we went on a Nautica Queen, which is a cruise, and that's a picture of downtown. So, and then this is just the second page, and it was the date and the title of the meeting. So yeah, I like how that came out. This one is my daughter's senior pictures. I did 2 sets of senior pictures in this kit. This one is fussy cutting is my prompt. So I took that pink piece of paper and I took an X-Acto knife and I cut around it. Then I inked it because it was pretty rough. And then this blue one I cut out with scissors, fussy cut with the scissors. I took her 2 favorite volleyball pictures that they took for her senior pictures, put them on there. Pretty simple. Added some of those cut aparts and called it done. And this is where I stand is what that says up there. So I'm going to talk about her life, you know, currently. This one, you're supposed to use pattern paper. Yep, you can see that. I chose to use the cut apart. So this is my cut apart prompt. And this is Oh Happy Day, I believe. So I have 3 layers on here, plus the cut aparts. So what am I going to do is I have 5 goals that I am going to write here, and a picture of me January 1st, and that's going to be my 2020 goal page. And I have a little project that I'm working on for myself. I may share some of it with my kits, but basically just trying to live more in the present and reach my goals, and stop thinking it in my head and actually start doing it. So yeah, there's that. This one is no sketch. It was free play. In my unboxing video, I just laid the paper down. I was like, oh, wow, that's really cool. So it was a little pink, a little girly for my daughter. And so I decided to do so many options and talk about scrapbooking. Like I didn't know there was wholesale warehouse boxes or whatever. Got one of those this year. I didn't know about the different emoji pens. So as I'm watching YouTube more, learning about all these cool different things that can elevate my pages or my craft. And I think it's cool that we're able to share these ideas or products and just help everybody along and elevate our craft. So that's what I'm going to talk about there. This one is Sarah Scraps. This is, she's doing Chamel Sketches Reinvented. I'll leave the link below on that as well. So this is the first one, and I've only got to the first. No, that's to the Chamel. So if you want the sketch, that's the link right there. But I've only gotten to one so far, and I loved how this came out. So the circles is what I did is I cut holes in this piece of paper, and I think I used the Creative Memories circle cutters, and then I fussy cut the flowers out, and I tucked those in there. I backed it with some sparkle. I have a note from my journaling. This is my daughter trying on her homecoming dress this year. Crazy beautiful. She is crazy, and she is beautiful. So, perfect. This one is a YouTube hop for Christina Sorge. I'll leave that link below. It's Disney Star Wars, and I wanted to do mixed media. I don't know if there's a glare. I did not take it out, but I used some magicals from Lindy Gang Stamp, I think it's called, and some of Christina Sorge's stuff from her Creative Cuts with a K, and just some of my stash and my stamps, and I really enjoyed how this came out. I'll leave that process video below, and this is going to be the second page, and it's just all the different pictures of my daughter during this Disney trip that she took with the princesses. And these are on the outside because I did not want to mess with the pictures. So this one, so this is my 8.5 by 11. So I did this portion of it. So if you're working on an 8.5 by 11, or you get an 8.5 by 11 as a gift, or you can always put it on a 12 by 12 page. So that's what I did here. And I just added the doily. I added some of that orange paper, and I added, always dream, finding true, love, laugh often. And these, again, is my daughter's senior pictures. This is the second one. So I did a second page, and I'm not finished all the way, but I think I'm going to do something like this on the outside. And when we flip, so all my journaling will be here. And I like these words. I was able to cut these out from the Chamel Little by Little paper pad. It's one piece of paper that I cut. And it either talks about words of wisdom or, her personality. So then when you flip it over, you're going to have two more pictures in her with that outfit on. What's the only thing that I feel that I messed up on this, and I may change it, is that I wanted this, when I flipped it over, not to have anything hanging out like that. Like the doily's okay. I may leave it the way it is, or I may put something off of here to hide that as well. I don't know. We'll see. But this one is not all finished, but I want it's 90% finished, and I wanted to get the video done and up before December, so that's why I added it, not completed. This one is from Janet from RTS, and she had a 6x6 Allison Davis Scrapbook Generation hop. And this is about a pillowcase mania, us making pillowcases, did some stitching, going to do some journaling here, and call that one done as well. So I got some old, some new done there. My recipe book as well. So I want to talk about next month, December. So I think I'm going to steer away from page maps for this month of December. And I am going to be doing a December daily. So I did find this Creative Keepsakes magazine. And it's old. It's from November, December 2013. It was $5.99, which I thought was kind of awesome because now they're a little more. So this page right here is an 8.5 by 11, I believe. But I think I might recreate that in my 6 by 8. They have a little idea area in this booklet that you can do different things. But, any of this stuff, you can take a 2-page layout and you can make it. You can, bring it down to 6 by 8. Your pictures may be smaller, or you may only have 2 pictures, but you can bring that down and reduce it to 6 by 8 if you like it. So that is what I'm going to do with this. And I'm going to try and do a stash kit as well in the month of December. And the reason why I grabbed this booklet, Scrapbook, etc., this one is from, I think this one's from 2010. Yeah, June 2010. Is it has sketches throughout the book. And then you can go to like page 52. Let's go to page 52. So here's the sketch, and here's the layout. And I thought that was kind of cool. And I've had these in my stash. I got them at a store that was closing. They had a whole bunch of older ones. I may go online and see if I can find different ones once I go through and see what years I have. But I thought that that was really cool. So I think I'm going to base my stash up kit for December off of Scrapbook, etc. And hopefully I'll be able to get both of them done. If not, I'm not going to stress about it. I'll just move it into June. I'm sorry, January. June will be a little late, but move it into January, and then I'll get it done in January. So this is about relaxing, enjoying your hobby, using up your material, and being able to purchase more. That's how I look at it. So hope you enjoyed my video. Hope you have a great Thanksgiving, and I'll see you in December. Bye-bye. Here's what I had left of my kit. I think that I really killed this kit pretty darn good. So I said that I wanted to use up these buttons from Studio Calico. They were like chipboard, which I did do that. I used those all up, so I can throw that away. I have this square piece of paper that I cut out of the middle of the paper, and I use the outside as a border. I will be using that. Love that paper. These red stickers, Studio Calico and Doodlebug, did not use any of these. I'm going to put them with my December daily kit, so we'll see if we can use them up there. Studio Calico, I used, I think, 5 of these letters. I'm going to go ahead and put these with my thickers now. I'm not going to carry them on to my next kit. The white ribbon and the yellow ribbon from Doodlebug I used on, I think, 2 layouts. I'm going to just go ahead and put this in my ribbon container that I keep all my ribbon in. As far as the stamps go, there's another one in here. I'm not sure where it is. This one is the one that I used. Oh, here, it fell. This is the one that I used. I like the happy and the butterflies. That's why I used it on 2 pages. And then this one I did not use at all, but I'm going to put both of those in my stamp stash. The buttons, I think I may have used a few, very small amount. I'm going to put these in my yellow button jar, so I'll have those to use later. Can never have too many buttons. These I did not use. I am going to carry these forward to my next kit. Whether I put them on a card or a recipe page or a layout. So those will carry over. This is the ephemera that I had left over. Like I said when I showed you the kit, it's pretty big. But like this, I think you'll be able to use this in a pocket page. I used the word love. It was supposed to be love you, and I used the love. So I'm sure I can add different thickers to that. And then just some tags and some acetate that says wonderful. Not sure about this big donut. I'm sure I'll use it as layering. There's a text. Mini bus I'll probably use as layering as well. Some more donuts. Beautiful. And then these are some clear acetate pieces that I'm going to carry. I'm going to carry all that over to my next kit. These I can use as scratch pieces of paper or make a tag or use it as layering. So I'm going to go ahead and carry those over. These are the tag page. These are cutoffs that I use that I can make other tags. This one got stuck in between pieces of paper, so I didn't put it on there. So I'll carry that forward to my kit. Not sure where this came from. I did use the rubber stamps that had the strawberry and the bee on it. So I'll just throw that in there and try and use that up. This one I only used 3 of the pieces. Carrying this forward into my 3rd kit because I think I can really use these icon ones. Not so sure about the happily ever after or a million times yes, but we'll see. These are Studio Calico stickers. I like the weight of these. They're flat, but they're a nice thick sticker. So I'm going to bring those over to my next kit. These are the cutoffs. So I have this piece. I like this paper, and I'm going to save those little pieces. Usually I don't save them. That's kind of small, but I can tuck those and behind stuff. And here's some from the cut apart sheet. And I can use the back as well for tags or for layering, or I might use these in a Project Life type spread. I had some words left over, which you can always use these words, so I'm going to bring those over to my next kit. This is just an empty glassine bag that I'm going to bring over. I had this cut off of a Project Life card. I thought currently that was kind of cool, so I'll bring that over to my next kit. And then I have all these little branding strips that either I'll put in my branding strip drawer, or I will I'll use them to tuck behind as well. So that's just one of the pieces that were left over. More words. And I'm bringing all this over to my next kit. This piece of paper I will bring over to my next kit as well. This I purchased for the Chamel layout with the yellow stripes. This I think I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to put in my blue scrap bin for my blue paper, and I'll use that another time. I do have this left over. I have about 80% of this left over. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put that in my kit, my next kit. This I'm just going to put in my sequins drawer. I'm not a big fan of sequins, but I'll use it up. I have this whole sheet of paper left over. Don't enjoy this side at all, but this side I may be able to use. I'm going to go ahead and put this in a stack of paper. So when I finish all my kits, I'm going to go through that stack and hopefully be able to make page kits out of the leftover. So that's where that's going. I think I'm going to bring that over for the next kit as well.